Hello, everybody. I've just had one of those things where the system goes mad 30 seconds before you go live, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. Yes, Jeff Lewis. Hello, everybody. MBB. Michael from Munich. Hello, everybody. Yes, I just had to restart, so there's always something, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And then you forget your plectrums. Jan Jäger, guten Abend, if you're in Germany. Justo. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, here we all are. Now then. Wolfram Homan, good evening. Gina Adams, Davy. Yes, here we all are. Let's see. Oh dear me. You see, these kinds of little things that I need to do now, you see, I shouldn't be doing them really, because why? Because I should have done them before the show started. Yes, that's right, okay. But you know, you get these little mad idiosyncrasies in the system. And then you kind of lose your place. Hello there, hello there, hello there. You lose your place. Yes, you do, you lose your place. Okay, good evening all. Stephanie Robinson, Gary Gilbraith, Dave Mason. I think the best thing to do is turn all of the reverb off and then start again. See, like that. Britta Fisher Braun. Fabioski, Peter Scarf, Chris Goodband, coming through nice and clear. Okay. The screen went blank here. I changed the setting and the screen went blank, so I had to do some of the proverbial restarting. And and so now I'm just getting caught up. But also, what I like to do is take a little bit of time before I start playing, so you can come in with your popcorn and you can sit down and you can get nice and comfortable before I start playing. Hello from Italy, Fabioski. Hello from Newcastle in England. Hello, everybody. Live stream 332. It's astounding that you can thank the lockdown for that, because I had nothing else to do. Another thing I didn't check was me tuning. Now, talk amongst yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, talk amongst yourselves. A little bit on the sharp side. Michael Harris, is going great. I've got a CD for you. I'll stick it in the post next week. All CDs have gone out. If you've received them, I hope you're enjoying them. If you haven't received them, they are on their way. Let's just warm the digits up a bit. Okay, this next one. Well, I did say there was going to be some grunge tonight, didn't I? Death metal or whatever it's called. Doom metal. Okay, so, what you doing, Paul? Get a grip, lad. Focus, focus. Okay, this first song's called Soul Tone. That's what I was going to say. I think I wrote Jeff Brown, Moto 23. Good evening from Napa, California. Nice to see you, Jeff Brown. Nice to see you. Somebody in on Twitter. That always makes me nervous. You get some pretty far out comments coming in from Twitter. Not Twitter, Twitch. They're all the same at the end of the day. Yes, this one I said that I wrote. I say that I wrote it. But don't get no right there in Switzerland. Right. Okay, I'm just going to play, okay, because I'm thinking about other things, because I was slightly delayed and I didn't quite have that moment before the show started where I got comfortable. I was running around, switching things off and switching things on. It's Mother's Day here in the United Kingdom. I don't know if it is where any of you are elsewhere in the world. Hello, Graham. I called you back earlier on. Yes, it's going all right, Graham. I'll speak to you during the week, maybe. Yes, it's Mothering Sunday, Mother's Day, whatever they call it, which I know I don't buy cards for my mother because she's dead. But I will play some music for her. And hopefully you can enjoy the music. So that's why I said about the 70s thing. And I think I have to come clean on Facebook about the 90s doom metal. That was a joke. There won't be any 90s doom metal. I don't think so anyway. Right. Soul Tone. First one of the night's always a little bit shaky. Hello there, Anita. Hello, MBB again. Yes, Stuart, good evening. See me at the end of the month. That gig's cancelled, Stuart. Are you thinking about the schooner? I am out with Sari Shaw in various different places in Europe. That gig has been cancelled. Yes. Sorry about that. I must have forgotten to put that online. Okay. Yes, so the first one, a little bit dodgy. So this next one's called 10. And those of you who've been listening to the live streams or following what I do online will know that 10 is an album that I made, and it was released in 2010. And it was my 10th album. And not only was it my 10th album, it was released on the 10th month. And so I consciously put 10 tracks on it. And I called the 10th track 10. And I'll tell you what I've got. That's all of my albums. Look at them. 18. I think there's probably even one missing. But look at that. Imagine if you owned all of those. Imagine. Look, just put them on again. You know that thing about marketing, showing people what they need. Look at that. All of those albums, 18 of them, ladies and gentlemen. All my own work, yes. You just got to send me an email, ladies and gentlemen, and we can work something out. It would be great to be selling you some stuff, either on CD or vinyl or MP3. It's entirely up to you. Anyway, back to the main idea. This is called 10. It's the 10th track of the 10th album, released in 2010, and it's called 10. And I am going to change the sound just a little bit. That's how it ends. Okay, so there you go. Hello Dale, how you doing? The ear candy at the end, yes. You've got 5 of them at the moment. Okay, well, we know the solution. No, I appreciate it. I really do. What's number 3, I ask? Numbers game, okay. Played this one many times over the years. I try to kind of move things around. As you know, the lockdown was where all of this kind of, well, the idea before lockdown, I started streaming before lockdown, and I think it's a great way to get your music out there and connect with people. And then we went into lockdown, and suddenly this became everything. There was no gigs, there was nothing, no buses, no trains, no shops, no nothing, as we know. Criminal, but there you go. What do I know? So I've done all of these streams, and I've played these numbers a lot. So I do try and mix them up a little bit, and I try and pull numbers in that I haven't played for a while. What I'm going to remember is that you're not listening to this all the time either. So you're not hearing them all the times that I'm hearing them. So hopefully they stay fresh, So that means that numbers game. This is Jim Drummond on drums. Happy Sunday. I had a very happy Saturday, and I certainly hope to have a happy Monday tomorrow, and then a happy Tuesday. But for the time being, Sunday is pretty damn happy, I must say. It's Mother's Day here in the United Kingdom, so I'm going to be playing some mothery types of songs. I'm just going to try and ruin everything, ladies and gentlemen. See, I'm just ruin everything. Yeah, doesn't make any difference. Okay, numbers game, F sharp, Dorian, mostly. What this is it's like a synthesizer sequence that I made on the computer, and then when we were recording the Light album, during the session, I said to Jim, put the headphones on, I'll play this track to you, and I'll put Cabase in to record, and just play along, play whatever you want. And so now what I do is I play along to Jim playing along, and play whatever I want, and let's see what happens. Would you folks mind if I just make a little adjustment? There's something in here that I wanted to change, and where is it? The Seymour Duncan power grid, ladies and gentlemen. Power grid, there it is. Okay, so now I've probably knocked the... Just bear with us, folks. This is just one of those things that that I wanted to do before. So that is 1. That needs to be 1, and he needs to be 2. Yeah. Oh, all very clever, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, it's just jamming. It's Jim jamming. Jim Drummond playing drums along to a keyboard synthesizer sequence that I put together. Can't even say I wrote it. I didn't write it. It's just messing about with computers and then yeah, lockdown. Plenty of time to play and write and record and practice music. Okay, so that was number 3. What's number 4? Keep it simple, stupid. Yes, there's a message to myself, ladies and gentlemen. So I've got this little computer here, you see, and hello, Eric Lowe. Nice to hear from you. How are you doing? This is an LSL Strat, LSL Instruments, made by a gentleman in Los Angeles, California, called Mr. Lance Lerman. I've made some tiny changes to it. I've put a Vega tremolo system on it, and I've changed the pickguard. But I hope to be putting some Lollar pickups in it in the next couple of weeks. Yes, that's what I hope, to put Lollars in it next week. And of course, if I get Lollars in it, you will be observing me on YouTube, showing them off and talking about them. Chris Moore, email me, and I'll help you out if I can. Did you get my presets? I can send you my presets for Amplitude 5, and then I think you can import them into Tonex. I've built a couple of sounds for Tonex. I've written a couple of sounds for Tonex. Yeah, the live streams. Do you know, Jeff, that's interesting. I'm just going to take a break and talk about what this is all about. I walked into a venue in Dublin, which is a city that I hadn't been to before after lockdown. And this woman stepped up and went, "I just want to thank you for the live streams." So Dublin, you know. Marbella. Hello there. Is it warm in Marbella? I'll tell you what, it's cold and wet in Newcastle, and I'm sick of it. Yeah, so you know, there was a lot of people that I never met come up to me on the street all over the world, and I'm not just saying that to sound like a smart ass, because I'm too old for that. But yeah, people have come up to me all over the world, literally, and said how much they've enjoyed the streams, and that means the world to me. And there's now 322 of the buggers all over the world, which will be there maybe long after I'm dead, which will be fun. If anybody's mad enough to sit through them all, you end up being dead yourself, you know. What was number 4, did I say? Keep it simple. Okay. It's quite Roy Buchanan-ish, this. Let's play it and see what happens. What's that called again? Keep It Simple, Stupid. Keep It Simple, Stupid. Brazil is waiting for me. Well, this is how it works. And this goes out to Paulo, which is what people call me, believe it or not. In this house, I get called Paulo. I've been called Paulo by my friends for decades. Hey, Paulo. And he used to call me, hey, Paulie, in New York. Paulie, we're gonna go down and do that thing. Yes, I haven't been to New York for too long. And so anyway, basically, if you want me to come and do a gig at your place, I don't care if it's New York or Brazil or Canada, Australia, send me an email. Send me an email. I'll be doing a show in Germany in the summer, a private party, which is outstanding. So basically you email me, and it's basically, this is the way it works. Okay. To get to Brazil or to get to Germany or to get to New York, it costs money. Costs money. And like the greats, Beethoven and Mozart, I am broke. Bottom line, ladies and gentlemen. So you work it out from there, what I'm telling you. Okay, number 5. How deep is your love? Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mother's Day here in the UK. So, time for a bit of 70s. Time for a bit of 70s beauty. Some beautiful 70s music. Is it number 5? Now, obviously, you don't want a fuzz box on this, do you, Paul? You did. No, you don't. Yeah, we got to keep doing it. Well, I'll tell you what, I was listening, just to take a moment, I was listening to Nikolai Tesla yesterday on YouTube, and there's an interview with Nikolai Tesla that obviously wasn't recorded, but it was written down as the interview was happening. And is the picture all right, actually? It's not strobing, is it? And Nikolai Tesla says everything is light, everything is vibrations. Everything is light and everything is a vibration. And so we are light and we are vibration. And so the thing is music comes through us, I think. It's we are the music, basically. But this fantastic interview with Nikolai Tesla. Now, there's 2 ways to look at this interview with Nikolai Tesla. If you didn't listen, if you didn't know about what he'd invented and you heard him talking, you would think he was a crackpot. You would just think he's insane. But when you look at what he invented and what he did, he was saying some stuff that we should really have been taking a notice of. Now, I don't know the full story, but from what I understand, is Nikolai Tesla was pulling pure electricity from the ground, and there was no need to pay bills. So they destroyed him. Okay, these are tunes that I grew up listening to in the 1970s with my dear old mother, our dear old mother, now departed. And no need to get completely and utterly emotional, but certainly to remember the good old days, ladies and gentlemen. Because boy, do we need the good old days today. Listen to the Morrissey song, stop watching the news. That's what Morrissey says. Because the news contrives to frighten you. This is Paul Wilson playing piano. And it'll be me playing the guitar, probably. Now, Attila, thank you very much. Any local gigs coming up? Nothing. But yeah, Einstein said Tesla was the real genius. Yeah. and Einstein said Tesla was the real genius. And of course, any genius who, Mozart and Beethoven were ostracized for breaking the rules in music, but Tesla was ostracized, I think, because he had free energy that, if I'm not mistaken, is still there, but we're not allowed to have it. No, we can't have it. Thank you very much, Fred Bolton, Paolo. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Okay, so what's number 6? Yesterday Once More. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the great Richard and Karen Carpenter. Now, just let me just tell you, I am kind of acquainted, not great friends, but acquainted with a guitar player called Louis Sheldon. And Louis Sheldon played on some pretty amazing sessions. He played on all the Jackson 5 stuff. He played on all of the Monkees stuff. He played on a lot of Michael Jackson's solo stuff. He played on the Carpenter stuff. He played on Kenny Rogers stuff. He played on Art Garfunkel stuff. He did stuff for Sammy Davis Jr. He did all kinds of stuff. He even played guitar for Glenn Campbell. I mean, Glenn Campbell's a great guitar player. Louis Sheldon played guitar for Glenn Campbell. And I was very fortunate to do a little interview with Louis Sheldon. He played the guitar solo on Hello, Is It Me You're Looking For? And he lives in Australia now, and he was kind enough to come on my live stream during the lockdown and do a little interview, and I asked him some of the questions that we would all want to hear, And he said, when I met Michael Jackson, nobody had heard of Michael Jackson or the Jackson 5. And he said, when I met Richard and Karen Carpenter, nobody had heard of Richard and Karen Carpenter. They just signed record deals, and they were in the studio and putting down tracks. And he said, and I was just sitting there playing the guitar. So, I mean, amazing to think that he's sitting in the studio with Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5 and Richard and Karen Carpenter, and they've just signed a record deal, But one thing he did say, many things that he said that stuck in my mind, was that he said they put the piano, drums, bass and guitar down live, and then they would put the brass and the strings and replace things and repair things and this, that and the other. And he said Karen Carpenter would be behind the curtain doing pilot vocals just to mark out the song. And what he said was, as her pilot vocals all could have been #1 records. He said she was so good, just running through the song, it was that sound. He says she just made that sound when she sang. So put a Carpenter's record on, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. And I'm gonna try to do my best with this. This is all Paul Wilson on the piano for these ones, by the way. This is one of my mother's all-time favourite songs. So for Mother's Day, Paul, don't make any mistakes, you muppet. 3 people. So possibly do some Judy Zook in the future. Yeah. 3 people I'd like to meet in the music business. The one man who I respect in the music business more than anybody else. One man. Eric Clapton. Second, Richard Carpenter. Third, Barry Gibb. They're the 3 I want to meet. I don't want to meet the latest shredder of the day. I've got no interest. If you were to come to my house, what would you find me listening to? It certainly wouldn't be shred guitar, ladies and gentlemen. You won't find me on the internet watching shred guitar. You won't find me in the house listening to shred guitar. No, you won't. You'll find me listening to the Carpenters, Beethoven, Mozart, Bach, Glenn Campbell, Steely Dan. It's just the way it is. Pat Metheny, maybe a bit of Alan Holdsworth here and there, ladies and gentlemen, but he's up there with the Nikolai Teslas, let's face it. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's like in my world. Windmills of Your Mind. Shall we have a go? Thank you very much, Chris. I bungled a couple there. There's a couple of little bungles in there. It's just because I don't play these tracks all the time. I just like to listen to them. But Paul Wilson's done such a good version of those tracks. It's nice to get them wheeled out and played every once in a while. Peter Scarf, Bach is something that I avoid. I can't play Bach very well at all. Once again, I prefer to listen. Windmills of Your Mind. Who wants to hear Windmills of Your Mind? Hello in Melbourne, nice to hear from you. Brian Murdoch wants to hear Windmills of Your Mind, so does Mr. Christopher Shaw. Okay, I'll try not to butcher this one as well. They don't write tunes like this anymore, ladies and gentlemen. They don't write tunes like this anymore. You just can't deny it. You just can't deny it. Take it away, Paul Wilson. On the Joanna. I will start again, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. They don't write them like this anymore, folks. If I could write them like this, I'd be playing them as well. Yes, I would. Autumn Leaves. Was that number 8? Yes, Autumn Leaves. Special ladies, special Mother's Day edition, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if it's Mother's Day in Germany or America or Australia, but it is here, and I don't buy cards. And like I say, because my mother's not here to buy her a card for. But I do think it's all about you don't have to buy a card because it's all a scam. Oh, I'm so negative, aren't I? Such a negative person. Realistic. I don't know what key this is in, so I'm going to have to start it to find out. It's B. that's a beauty. Thank you very much. Realistic. Yeah, well, we'll put the Lollars in, Chris, and see what happens. Let's see what happens. This is all LSL apart from the bridge and the pickguard. Yeah. Okay, what's number 9? Addiction 2. No, not in the mood for that tonight. Left bank 2. Okay, left bank 2. We're gonna do left bank 2. What's left bank 2? Well, it's for those of us in the United Kingdom who grew up watching BBC television in the 1960s and 70s, and this was 70s for me. You'll know it. Start again. Wrong. Guitar Heads has got more ideas than we can shake a shitty stick at, Fred Bolton. Yes, okay, let's talk about Guitar Heads. Shall we talk about Guitar Heads? Talking Guitar Heads. So we're working towards the month of April, where we will be beginning our first run of Guitar Heads gigs. And we have to say we're very excited by it, and we're very optimistic by it, or optimistic about it. And we think it's going to be good. We know it's going to be good. In a non-boastful way. It's just good music, nice people, good friends, good gear. Les Pauls, Strats, Tellys, Flying V's, wah wah pedals, fuzz boxes, Marshall amps. So yeah, we're looking forward to it, and we do have a Steely Dan number in there actually, Fred. Then what have we got next? Oh no, okay, so what's next? I think that's actually the end, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's going to be the end of the show tonight. 8:20, that's an hour and 20 minutes. I'm going to do one more for you. Here we go. yeah, that's the idea. A little walk down memory lane for something or another sleigh ride. I saw him in New York. What was he called, man? The big fella in the wheelchair, New York. From thanks, Chris. All the best to you all. What's the name of bloody the guitar player out of what's that bloody band who played the world? Anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed the music. Thank you, Duncan. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Britta. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Gibberish. Thank you, Dave Mason. Thank you, Peter Scarf. Thank you, Anita, and all the other names that I have to. Gary Galbraith. Yeah, thank you very much. If you wanna buy some music, if you want to buy a CD or a vinyl, or if you want some, all of the albums I have now, Dankeschön, vielen Dank. Thank you very much. All of my albums are now available directly from me. You can buy them on Bandcamp, but you see that picture there, that collage, that's all of my albums there. 18 of them I've made. And if you want to buy them, email me. We can do deals, you see, you can do bundles, you can have them all, or you can have one or two, or you can have a mix-up, whatever you want. My pleasure, Anita. Thank you very much. Thank you, Davey O. Thank you, Peter Scarf. Thanks, Doc. You calling me Doc? Okay. And playing an LSL guitar tonight. Very, very good indeed. Very good indeed. And I can't remember what else I've got in there. Okay. Now if I press this button here, it says obey. You see that? It says obey. Yeah, you will see me around. I'll be around. Okay. Just talking horse shit now. Just talking bollocks. There was something else I was going to mention. Okay, well, okay, for those of you, quite a few of you, I mean, not in Bruce Springsteen, Rolling Stones record sales, have been kind enough or happy enough to buy a copy of Light and the second edition of the best of. And I'm already starting to get feedback coming back from people and they're loving them. And I'm really pleased and I'm really grateful because I work really hard all the time. If I'm not, I can be sitting still, staring at a wall. People think I'm doing nothing. But I am actually working. I'm thinking, what can I do now? What can I do next? Oh, it's a cruel world, ladies and gentlemen. It's a cruel world. I think that's everything. I'm sure I've got something else in there. Anyway, not to worry. Don McNamara, Phoenix, Arizona. Thank you very much indeed. Graham Smith, it's on the way, I guarantee you. It went in the last few days. Middle of the week, beginning of the week. If it doesn't show up, you do get the odd one, gets lost. The post office these days is an absolute disgrace. But it is coming. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, 100%. Okay, so I think that's all. That's everything. Thank you very much. Right. Nothing else to say. Shut up, Paul. Go away. Goodbye. Thanks, everybody. See you next time. Don't know when that'll be. Maybe next week. Maybe next week. I'll be in Germany the week after, so maybe I will definitely do one next week in preparation, because I know when I go to Germany on the 25th, I won't be back for about 3 weeks. So we'll see you then. Okay, all the best. Bye-bye.